Give me. Yes. Oh, yeah. What's up, my friends? Today we are... Welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is an informational video for you guys. Are you ready for this? Thank you for tuning in today. So as the title says, supplements. What, the whys, the hows, who's it for? I'm updating my supplement video because I did one a few years back, but I've added a few new supplements to my arsenal. So I wanted to talk about those. So I have posted these supplements on my Instagram, and some of you guys, you wanted to know more. So I've gotten a very highly requested, a new supplement video, stuff I currently use and been using for a while, and the new stuff that I've been using. Supplements, as the name pertains, supplement. They enhance what you're already currently doing. First things that we need to know is we need to have our diet and our exercise regimen on point. If you do not have a healthy relationship with food, or you're training something structured appropriately, I would not even recommend supplements, but we won't add in supplements until later because I want them to focus on the correct diet and their training. You're headed off and venturing off into something, you might be struggling with something, and some of this information might relate to you. You want to take the next step with supplements, and you feel like the particular supplements might be appropriate for you and might meet the needs specific for you. We all know what protein powder is. Processed into a powder form. Some of them come in the liquid forms, but you're mostly gonna find it in powder form. Every protein is different on what it might provide for you, but it's usually whey protein unless it's a vegan, or it might be dairy-free, lactose intolerant. There's a lot of different options to meet different people's needs depending on their health conditions. This one here is just whey protein. It is milk-based. Protein powder should never replace meals. Ever, ever, ever. I don't care what you hear out there. I've been doing this for 17 years. I never replace a meal with protein powder. Make sure I get a good amount of needed nutrients from whole food. But this one in particular is a blend, so it's a 7 blend. So there's 7 different proteins in here, which means it's gonna be time release. So certain proteins, certain amino acids are going to absorb quicker than another. And I like the 7 blend one because of that. And the only time I usually take in protein powder is right after a workout. Because you're drinking it liquid form, a lot of people will do water or milk. It's quicker absorbing because of the liquid form. Your body's going to absorb a lot quicker than if you were to eat like turkey or chicken. It takes a lot longer, it takes more hours to break that down and for your body to benefit from the amino acids or the nutrients that are in that particular food item. It's helpful to have this. Who is this for? Honestly, anybody, and you can take it any time of the day. There's no like caffeine or stimulants or anything in it. It's just gonna help you recover and repair muscle tissue a lot quicker and help maintain that. Since we're on this protein talk here, we're going into BCAAs. A lot of you guys are familiar with what BCAAs are, branched chain amino acids. So there are 9 amino acids that make a complete protein. You've got your turkey, you've got your eggs, you've got your fish, you've got your chicken, you have your different meat proteins. Now those are gonna have a combination of those 9 amino acids. Now, some will have more, some will have less. And obviously in order to have that complete, you have to be eating a variety and enough of these meat proteins in order to meet your needs. It's different for everybody. For those that are trying to maintain muscle or build muscle, you want to have an adequate amount of protein. Having more protein, having more muscle is actually gonna help your body burn more calories. What this does is you're going to help speed up recovery time, give your muscle energy, repair and recover a lot quicker than if you weren't to have any of it. Your chances of maintaining and building lean muscle mass tissue over time are gonna be greater than if you weren't. You can take as many scoops as you want of this, and it can be taken before, it can take a workout, during a workout, after a workout. It can be taken any other time of the day, especially if you're feeling a little extra sore. The amino acids that are in this product, they're essential. Essential means you have to get it from a different source. Your body does not produce it, so you need to be intaking that. Now, why would you take this? A lot of us might not be meeting our needs for whatever reason. Maybe we can't get in enough protein throughout the day. Maybe we eat less protein for personal reasons. Maybe we're a more extreme athlete, and especially you beginners, if you're sore and you're sore a lot. I personally, and I usually recommend with my clients, is drinking it during a workout. If you haven't been drinking it during your workout, try it and see how you feel. You're gonna probably feel way different than in what you were doing before. The amino acids that you're taking in your body, there's a percentage that your body absorbs in order to repair, recover, and build lean muscle mass. And that's with taking in concentrated forms, you're just increasing that protein synthesis. A lot of you have been watching my Instagram stories and have been really intrigued by what I've been doing lately. I have talked about Fibern in the past, and you guys know Fibern was a product that I had a role in and that I helped formulate. A little backstory on Fibern, all the ingredients that are in Fibern. I used to go kind of like to my health food store and I used to grab all these different supplements to kind of make exactly what Fibern is, because I wanted a more natural caffeine product and I wanted something that utilized fat cells for energy. And I also liked having fiber, so Fibern, and I liked having that combination. So Fibern is a combination of fiber, a thermogenic, and a pre-workout. So we've got natural caffeine ingredients, thermogenic ingredients, thermo means heat, so which means it's heating up your core temperature, and because it's a stimulant, enhancing your body's natural fat burning process. So taking fat cells, pushing them through your body, transporting them through your body to your mitochondria, where your fat cells go to get converted and used as energy, as fuel. And then we have fiber. So there is 10 grams of fiber in one scoop. Fiber helps with digestion, helps everything to kind of run smoothly. If you are a person who does not have a problem going then you might want to just like start with half a scoop and test this before you take a full scoop, because those of you that can go to the bathroom pretty easy, this might just make you go really easy. And so what is the purpose of Fibern? So Fibern is going to obviously give you energy, a little bit more extreme surge of energy right off the bat, but then it kind of like mellows out, kind of evens out, and then you kind of gradually, it's usually a short amount of time, you kind of graduate, I would say like 45 minutes, depending on the person, your metabolism, and what you're doing. Then you kind of slowly, gradually, the energy starts to fade away, but you don't get a crash. You're not like, I'm ready to go, and then you also get the thermogenic properties, which is going to help you use fat cells for energy, which in turn is going to enhance your weight loss journey. Personally, take a half a scoop of this daily before my workouts, about 30 minutes before my workout. I do not recommend taking it after like 3 o'clock, or if you're sensitive with caffeine because you might be up all night. I usually only take it in the morning. Is this for everybody? No, I would not recommend it for anybody with a thyroid or diabetes or pregnant and nursing moms. I would not recommend this just because of the caffeine stimulant ingredients in there. In one scoop, there's 300 milligrams of caffeine, so it is a high amount. Then we're gonna go into crossover. I've been obsessed with crossover lately. I have not talked about it on my YouTube channel yet. So crossover is only 50 milligrams of caffeine, so it's way less. So crossover helps to prevent the decline in your performance, and it also helps to improve your ATP production. So let's talk a little bit about ATP. So ATP is known as your body's cellular energy molecule. So when you go into the gym and you're pushing out reps, or you're sprinting, or you're running, and you're doing it for X amount of time, you're using ATP. Now your body naturally produces it, but obviously it only produces so much depending on what you're doing, and once you're depleted, you're done. That's why when you're training and you're doing something, and then you go, and then all of a sudden you can't do it anymore. You're like, ugh. So what this does is it enhances your ATP production. So normally if you would deplete it a lot quicker than if you were to take this. Because of the low caffeine and the no stimulants, it's not gonna be, you don't get an extreme surge of energy. You're not like, woo, I'm ready to go. And then you kind of like, you just come down. It's like a slow pick me up, and then you're stable energy the whole time. You can kind of take it really any time of the day. Those that are sensitive to caffeine will have to worry about having any complications with this. This can really be for anyone. Or if you have any thyroid issue, I would actually talk to a professional and to make sure this is something, because it still does have caffeine, to make sure this is okay for you to take. It is a low amount. Research before you just take take this. I do know nursing moms that take this because it is low amount, but again, I would do your research, or I would talk to your doctor if this is something that's okay to take for you. So what I've been doing lately is combining these two. So I do half a scoop of this and a full scoop of this. So I'm getting the best of both worlds. I've been doing this actually for the last like few months. So now you can be somebody who wants to take both or one or the other, whatever you want. Is this something that you have to take? No, you do not have to take it. But some people do like that energy. So I even hear people say they're halfway through their workout and they're feeling exhausted. You could be taking a product that might be high, way too high in your caffeine, maybe the wrong caffeine ingredients, way too much stimulants, maybe too much sugar, so you are getting that high and then you're crashing. But if you're just doing this on a daily basis and you just want that energy, these products are amazing. I personally love them, that's why I'm sharing them with you. But these are my pre-workouts. Moving on to another favorite product of mine that's for energy is Carbohydrate, liquid carb drinks. This is what this is here. Natural forms of energy. Obviously, I like my pre-workouts, but I also like to have something constantly flowing through my body, especially while I'm training. Where Carbohydrate comes in. I remember I used to be afraid of Carbohydrate because of carbs. I used to be that before I got into being a personal trainer or a nutritionist. I remember being scared, so scared of carbs, just like any other person. Somebody kept telling me, you need to take Carbohydrate, it's so amazing, you gotta take carbs. And I saw carbs, I'm like, no way, I'm not taking carbs, I'm gonna get fat. It wasn't until I competed my second time and I started getting into more like jujitsu competitions and my martial arts, where I realized I was running out of energy fast, especially during training. Now my diet and everything was on point. I was eating enough during the day, but because of how active I was finding I was getting depleted. Even with energy pre-workouts and stuff, I was still getting depleted. If you're doing any kind of form of resistant training, you're gonna burn more calories than if you were just running. Burn through that ATP and your calories a lot faster. Now, about 50 grams of carbs in one scoop. It's derived from potatoes, rice, and corn. Non-GMO. This is the natural flavor. I think there's a fruit punch flavor, but I like the natural because I mix it with my BCAAs. You could take half a scoop, you could take a full scoop. It's really up to you how much you want out of it. I usually take a half a scoop, especially if I know I'm gonna be doing something else during the day, more active, or if not, I usually take one scoop. What is the purpose of it? Glucose. Your body depends on glucose for energy, for fuel. You have the right amount of glucose coursing through your body, you're gonna keep your body in anabolic. If you deprive yourself of the glucose or of carbs, what happens over time is your body goes into catabolic, which your body starts breaking down muscle tissue in order to have energy. So it's gonna sacrifice its muscle in order to survive, to keep you going, to provide your body with fuel, with energy. I like doing this during my workouts. I drink it, and that's another, on top of everything else, that's why a lot of you guys are like, how do you have energy and you're just going all the time? Because I'm providing my body, especially how much I do physically. I'm keeping up with my body's needs. I never let myself get to the point where I'm just completely depleted and done, and I'm not recovering. I have no fuel to depend on my body. So I usually recommend it to drink it during any time of activity. Even when I'm hiking, I actually am sipping on this. So it's an awesome, amazing product to have. I do eat quite a bit of carbs throughout the day, but you're not gonna wanna eat a carb during your workout. Or some of us don't like to eat a full meal or a full carb like right before a workout. We might eat maybe an hour or so before, and your body's gonna start utilizing and burning through that, but this is just gonna help to kind of keep that going during any form of exercise. And then you're not gonna be full and bloated and being like, getting cramps while you're trying to work out. That's what I love about this. So like I said, I mix a scoop of the natural flavor with a flavor of my BCAAs, and I just sip on it through my workout. A lot of you can down it right before your workout if you prefer that, or right after a workout, you can do that as well. Now, is this something you have to have? No, you do not have to have this. This is just something like if you want that extra carb, you want that extra natural source of energy because of the glucose. This is just an option. You're dragging your feet. Saw this, a lot of you saw this on Instagram. I have not talked about this yet, but it is Glycovex. So when you're eating carbs, some of us might be a little bit of insulin resistance, or we're having trouble really utilizing glucose from the carbs that we're eating. Our energy levels or a mood is kind of like this. If you're somebody who likes to eat high carbs, or you have a cheat day where you eat high carbs, this just helps for better carbohydrate utilization. Nutrients, natural, all there's no stimulants, there's no caffeine, there's nothing in here. These are all natural ingredients. The combination, the complex, they all work together to help your body better utilize that. I personally take it for performance reasons. So I like whatever I'm eating, whatever I'm taking, if I'm even taking my whole food, my carb, I like to better utilize everything that's going in my body. Now, anyone can use this. There is no limitations on this. I personally take 2 capsules a day. It says you can take up to 6, but I kind of spread it out. I do 1 in the morning, like after my first carb meal, or right before my first carb meal, and then 1 in the evening. So it kind of is in the mid of the day between all of my carbs that I'm eating. So my own personal experience when I started taking this, I not only found better, just felt better, I felt my body was like working better. You do not have to take this, something maybe this might benefit you. Collagen. A lot of us know what collagen is, but do we really know what collagen is? Yes, collagen's for hair, skin, and nails. But did you guys know that we have collagen, let's say, in our knees, elbows, and shoulders? Knees, elbows, shoulders. For bone and joint health. A lot of us don't really think about it as we age, or as we get more into extreme either sports or hobbies, or even just training in general. Don't think about joint health because we might feel good. I feel good, I don't need that stuff, but we don't think about if it's something that we're doing long term for the rest of our life. We want to think about longevity. We want to think about preserving what we have. Now, I know for my own self, turning 35 this year, the way I was when I was 25, things change and things start to go backwards. And a lot of you, my friends who are 35 and older, 40, 50s, you guys can vouch for that. A lot of you who are still in your 20s, or not even, or maybe in your teens, are probably like, I'm fine. I feel good. I feel great. I can still go. You can still go in your 30s and your 40s and 50s and not have those aches and pains and issues that a lot of people do have. How about health, overall health? I never really started taking collagen until maybe 3 years ago. And it was when I was doing martial arts, doing my jujitsu, and also my Muay Thai. And I noticed my knees and my elbows and my shoulders were they were starting to feel a little worn down. Now, I never had an injury. I've had close to it. One of our training sessions, this knee got a little overstretched and a little twisted. Now, I never had any injury or anything happen to my knee, but it didn't feel good. And anything I did, it hurt. That was where I started researching collagen and recover and repair and preserve what I had. This is where collagen came in. So collagen it's not going to build new collagen. Whatever you have right now, it's going to help maintain and preserve and keep it healthy, keep it strong. So as you continue through your life and go on doing things you're doing, recovery is gonna be a lot higher. How you're gonna bounce back from things is gonna be a lot greater, and it's just how you feel. You're not gonna have your aches and pains. And joint health is very important. This is a non-flavored one, and I just mix it in water at night with some other stuff, and I just take it every single night. Now this can be for anyone. I actually highly recommend this, everyone. Not just for the hair, nails, and skin benefits, but your bone and joint health. This is something that you want to continue. This is something that you want to have in your regimen, especially for you extreme athletes, or especially my older clients. My mom's on it, my aunt's on it, and then even you younger people too. Like someone like in your 20s, me, just getting on it, it's like being proactive and preventative in a way of deteriorating. And some of you that are really already advanced athletes, or have even had injuries or anything in the past, this is just going to help joint health. It's going to help make them stronger and prevent you from keep deteriorating. Rejuvenates joint. This is just an advanced complex for joints. This is just collagen. This is just a complex of all the most sought after joint complex ingredients. I like to combine the two right before bed. This is just another thing to preserve, to maintain, to help for strong joints, and also helps reduce inflammation, especially with, and it could be just overall general health, or for if you're an athlete of any kind, or if you're just starting out your exercise journey. Now anyone can take this. Take 1 scoop and you can take it really any time of the day. I personally like it with my collagen right before bed, and I just mix it in water. Most of the recovery happens when you're resting, when you're sleeping at night. So I just kind of want, already in my body when I'm recovering, when I'm sleeping. I noticed for my own self, especially since I've taken it, I do not have issues with my knees anymore, my shoulders, my joints. Obviously, there's a combination of I've got a good diet, I train smart, changing my mobility and warming up stuff, but you're taking care of yourself, you're taking care of your joints, so you're gonna opt to be living better and stronger and longer and without issues than if you weren't. Fiber 4. So this is just, it's unflavored. There's a lot of people that do have to supplement with fiber. Diabetics or people with IBS, irritable bowel syndrome, really would benefit from a fiber supplement, or just those who have a hard time getting fiber from their diet for whatever reason, like certain foods, texture, taste, flavor, whatever the reason may be, and you can't get the adequate amount of fiber from your diet. This is where this is going to fill in the needed fiber. Women need to be taking in between 25 to 30 grams daily. It can add up pretty quick if you are eating a variety in your diet from different foods, especially grains and certain fruits and vegetables. But if you're not, and you're not eating enough and you're not eating the right amount, you're still going to be under and not getting the adequate amount of fiber in your diet. Fiber helps with digestion, clear things out and keep things moving, helps keep a happy, healthy gut. A lot of us have issues with our gut because we are not eating enough fiber. That can come from, obviously you have health-related issues, or you're restricting in your diet, or you're taking too many laxatives. Laxatives to lose weight, yes, people do that. And that can really mess up your gut, so don't do that. So eat your fiber, guys, eat your fiber. Anyone can take this. I take a scoop and I actually mix it with my joint and my collagen at night before bed. Every night before bed, I just take 1 scoop, and then the rest of my fiber comes from my diet. And then some days I know if I get enough fiber, I usually don't take a scoop. Is this something that you have to have? No, you do not have to have that. If you have a good diet, you're getting enough fiber in your diet, you do not have to supplement this. But if you do, those with diabetes or thyroid or having issues with your digestion, sometimes adding this in is just gonna help move things along, or it'll help you meet your needs and you're gonna have less problems. Most common nutrient deficiencies in women. A high percentage of my viewers are women, so this is going to relate to probably almost like 95% of you. The most common nutrient deficiencies are iron, iodine, vitamin D, vitamin B, B12 complex, calcium, magnesium, vitamin A, and vitamin K. Okay, so why do we have these nutrient deficiencies? A few factors that can play into pregnancy, getting pregnant, having babies. It could be underlying health-related issues, stress. It could be that you're not taking care of yourself health-wise. You're just restricting your diet way too much in order to lose weight, overtraining, or if you're on any type of medications, birth control, things like that can cause certain nutrient deficiencies. And then age, kind of knowing what culprits could be for nutrient deficiencies. And it's very common, and it's something that happens a lot more than women think. A lot of us are on our weight loss journey, or we're doing all these things and we're like, I'm just not making progress for whatever reason. I eat really good, I eat really healthy, I don't eat a bunch of crap food, I cut out alcohol or I cut out soda. And I hear this a lot. I'm like, I don't get what it is, and I might eat enough. Sometimes even if you're eating the right amount of calories and taking the right amount of calories for you specifically, but you still might be nutrient deficient. Now, when women have nutrient deficiencies, this plays into poor gut health, to not losing weight, to gaining weight, inflammation, mood swings, hormone imbalance, losing hair. Not healthy skin or nails or hair play a role in lack of fertility, and also with the stress, recovery. So women, and with the way our hormones work, we already have to work a little extra harder than men because of our hormones and our makeup to gain muscle and to lose weight. I mean, we're blessed, right? When we have nutrient deficiencies and when we have those imbalances, it's gonna inhibit us. It's gonna prevent us from making that progress, from getting those results. So a lot of us might be, and once we get that imbalance and we're getting what we need, that's when that's when stuff starts happening. And then you feel better, you sleep better, approach things and cope with things so much better. When we're nutrient deficient too, if we're eating something or intaking something, our body's not going to break it down and absorb it and process it the way it would if we were at a healthy levels with our nutrients. The nutrients that I specified right now are the most common ones, and that doesn't mean they're limited to only those. There could be a lot of other nutrient deficiencies that you might be suffering from, but I highly recommend that you go see a professional or a doctor, maybe get tested, maybe get some blood work done, and you'll have a better understanding of what you might be deficient in. But whatever's directed on the bottle, I wouldn't say anything specific, whatever's directed on the bottle, you start there. You assess how your body responds over a period of 3, 4, 5, 6 weeks. You have to give it time to see how your body responds. Now I know that it's for my own self. I use the amount of vitamins or nutrients that I supplement now, I never used to, for 2 reasons. I'm a healthy individual. I do not have any health conditions whatsoever. I eat really good. I eat a lot. I eat quite a bit. I eat more than my husband. Actually, I'm a very active person. I'm go all the time. So I do put my body through a lot, and I am, depleting myself in a lot of ways. Now, I might not be mentally stressed. I might have a pretty stress-free life, but I still do put my body through stress with exercise and with some of the stuff that I do. And now that I'm 35, now that I'm off birth control, I've had a lot of changes in my body. Spend the time to research and study and understand things, and I usually refer to my books and be like, okay, I'm experiencing this. What could this be? What could I be missing that I'm not putting in my body? Usually that's where I can find and can tailor things to my needs specifically, or it could be age related. Your body might not be absorbing things the way it used to, so you're getting a less percentage of that certain nutrient. So by supplementing it in, you're just increasing your chances of a higher percentage of you absorbing whatever that certain nutrient is. The nice thing is about those nutrients, those vitamins and those minerals, that they are all natural stuff. So you're balancing yourself out. When it comes to supplementation, a lot of us think supplementing is just crazy, just eat a good diet. There's so much that plays in. Are you getting the right amount? Are you getting the right amount for you? The combination of things that play a factor to why you may not be getting the proper amount of nutrients for you specifically. So that's why supplementation, it's not a bad thing. I mean, it gets a bad rap from a lot of people. They're like, you don't need to supplement. It's just a money gimmick. Yes and no, and it depends on where your sources are, where you're getting your information from, and what the company is. Some people are just about getting money. They don't care about your general health. And then there's people and companies who really generally want to help you be healthy, have longevity. Like the way I look at supplementation, exercise, and diet, I look at longevity. Where do I see myself? How do I want to feel, in 5 years, in 10 years, or I live vicariously through people, even some of my own clients or even family members or friends who might be 20 years older than me, and the things they say they wish they had done or shouldn't have done at my age. My education doesn't just come from my books and my certification, but it also comes from experience and being like, okay, this person said I should have done this or I shouldn't have done that. And then I actually go a little bit deeper into it. I'm like, I wonder why. What could they have done different? Where would they be now if they had done this? As a coach and as a nutritionist and what I specialize in, I look at that broad spectrum of things and then I go deep into it. So supplementation is not a bad thing. Filling in the missing pieces, people balance, preventative, preserving or maintaining. I know for my own self, I want to be active and I want to be doing what I'm doing for as long as I can. So hopefully that this information just help to better clarify things for you guys and better understand, especially supplementation and the supplements I use. Now, the only reason I talked about these supplements is because these are the ones I use. These are the ones that I've been on. This has been part of my run. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this updated supplement video today. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And turn on my post notifications too, because I think a lot of you aren't seeing my videos, or at least have said that. You're like, I didn't even know. So don't forget to turn on those notifications, and I will see you guys on next week's video. Okay, bye.